Are you listening to the beliefs of other people, the thoughts that other people have? Or are you tuning into your body, your truth, your voice? I once thought that I would just spend the rest of my life binge eating and thinking about food all day. You know, a lot of people told me, like, well, once you struggle with binge eating and thinking about food, it's just always going to be on your mind. Like, it's just always going to, be something that you deal with. And I proved myself wrong. I proved many people wrong. And I conquered binge eating. People told me, once you struggle with your relationship with food, you're always going to have to just manage it. Like, it's always going to be something that's just on your mind. You're always going to have to be cautious. You're always going to have to be mindful. It's going to take a lot of work to manage it. But that wasn't my truth. It's actually been extremely effortless for me to feel completely at ease around food over the last 5 years. That hasn't been my story. It hasn't been challenging. People told me, like, it's going to be really hard work to maintain a binge-free life. Like, you're always going to have to manage it. And when I think of that, I always think of, like, you're going to always have to, like, tiptoe around and, like, be on high alert all the time. That's not the case for me. And it feels really easy and effortless to stay binge-free. Why? Because I did things properly. Why? Because I rewired my brain. Why? Because I actually got to the root of my binge eating. Why? Because I dedicated so much time and energy and effort into my relationship with food. People told me, well, you're not going to be able to have health and fitness goals if you stop tracking your food. And that was complete BS because I'm the healthiest that I've ever been. My gut health is solid. My hormones are balanced. Energy is stable. I haven't tracked my food in years. And in fact, I am so much healthier, happier, in a more fit body than I was actually when I was tracking my food. When I was dieting, and obviously all of you guys can relate to this, and many of you guys have ditched diets, but you know this. It's like when you were dieting, it's like you probably were the unhealthiest that you've ever been. I was actually looking back at old pictures, and there was a photo of myself beside my mom. And I can't remember what year this was, maybe 2017, I think. We were at the cottage for my birthday, and it was amazing. My Nona was there when she was alive, and it was just my parents, my sister, and Andrew came with me. And this was when, I think this was maybe the second or third year of Andrew and I dating. So of course, everything just feels so fun and so exciting. And I remember we were having this campfire outside, and my mom made me these healthy avocado brownies, kind of as a birthday cake. It was a big square brownie thing, and it kind of looked like a birthday cake, but it was really just avocado brownies because that's what I desired. But I look back at this photo today and I was like, that doesn't even look like me. I was so inflamed. That did not look like me. My face, my arms, my stomach, my leg, it didn't even look like me. And I'm like, who is that? And I didn't realize at the time. And it's interesting because I remember that weekend that we went to the cottage, I was the one that was not eating what my mom was cooking. I was the one that brought my own food. And it wasn't even healthy. My mom was making these nourishing salad bowls and quinoa and steak and all these delicious nourishing meals, whole foods. And I'm here putting almond butter and banana in a wrap being oh, well, it hits my macros, just craziness. But I feel the best that I've ever felt. And I'm way healthier because I'm no longer thinking about food and what to eat and all that. That's actually stressful. There's nothing worse for your gut and your hormones when you're constantly stressing about what am I going to eat today? And I had one of my clients, she said to me, she was like, Lorna, I thought you were just this special unicorn. She's like, I saw you healing your relationship with food, and then you conquered, and you look amazing, and I know you feel amazing, and you have health and fitness goals. Like, you care about your health, you prioritize your health, like it's very important for you. And she's like, that's always been a priority for me. But I thought maybe like I was the exception. Like, I can't have health and fitness goals if I heal my relationship with food. And she worked with me inside the academy where you get high level personalized coaching. And it was funny because she messaged me. She did one of my programs, Eat Normally. And then she was like messaging me about the membership, the Root and Rewire membership. She's like, I was thinking of joining. I was like, amazing. And then she was like, but I feel like in my heart, like the academy is way better suited for me. Like, I want to be able to ask my questions. I want to be able to have your complete guidance. Like, if I'm going to do this, like, I want to go all in. Like, this is so important for me. It's so important for my family. She was pregnant at the time. And she was like, I really want to do this, especially like, being pregnant and then, having my third baby. Like, I want to be the example to my children. Like, I'm so dedicated to just really, really, really healing my relationship with food and putting an end to this for good. And so she joined in the academy, and she was so glad that she did. And we worked together at a very high level. Like, in the academy, you get personalized coaching with me in a small group every single week. Like, you cannot make progress when you have that very high level intimate support with me. I know your story. I know what you're going through. It's like everything's customized to you. And she said, like, I've never felt better in my own skin than I have right now. My relationship with food truly feels transformed. I feel so good in my own skin. She's no longer over exercising. She just had her third baby. And she's like, I feel better in my own skin than before even having kids. She's not irritable and snappy with her children anymore. And she was like, wow, like, I thought it was just you that can maybe have health and fitness goals, but she's like, I'm living it out. Like, I feel so good in my body. She goes to her workout classes without overdoing it. She's so intuitive with her body. She makes these like nourishing home cooked meals. She's like a badass at making sourdough for her family. Like, and she's like, that's now actually my reality. Yeah, because you're not the outlier, you're not the exception. So while everyone else is telling you, you won't be able to have health and fitness goals, like, come work with me and I'll freaking make it happen for you. There was a time where I was so embarrassed that I was binge eating, and I was a personal trainer. I actually got a message from someone, and they're like, I feel so embarrassed because I struggle with food, especially in the evening, but like, I'm a personal trainer. And I was like, I get you. I was carrying so much shame. Oh my God, I was carrying so much shame around like the fact that I was this healthy person. I was a personal trainer, like, and then I'm like struggling with food behind the scenes. But I released so much of that shame by sharing my journey openly. I told myself, stop feeling shame, stop feeling embarrassed. Like, you're a freaking human. And actually, you're one of the bravest badasses for owning the crap of what you're going through. And as a result of me releasing that shame and no longer feeling embarrassed about what I was going through, but recognizing like I'm a freaking badass for actually caring about my health and getting support and working on my relationship with food. It's like now I've helped hundreds of clients feel empowered around their journeys and no longer carry shame about what they're going through. Now they feel unstoppable because they're conquering binge eating. They're owning who they are unapologetically in every single area of their life. So while people tell you, hide it, feel shame, yeah, you should be embarrassed, I'm going to be like, no, own it. Own it. Obviously get support. Like, come work with me inside of my programs. Like, heal it. Like, of course, like heal your relationship with food. Don't just keep on, struggling, but heal it. And then you're going to be that source of inspiration to every single person around you. Like, own it. People told me, it's so funny. People are like, so when I found out that I was pregnant, of course, like I think it was maybe the same day and maybe the day after, I was like looking up like first trimester, like all these things. And everyone's like, you're going to feel like crap. I heard stories of people being like super nauseous, and I don't want to like diminish anyone's journey because that definitely can happen. But people are like, I saw these things on Instagram, even like these reels of like first trimester, and they're like, like showing that they're like gagging. They're like, oh, I feel so nauseous, or I'm exhausted all the time. That wasn't the case for me. I flew to Florida to host the Unstoppable Badass event. I'm in my dress. I'm in my heels. My clients and I, we're like having these dance parties, like multiple dance parties every single day. I feel incredible. Are you listening to the stories of other people, or are you saying, what's my truth? I actually thought something was wrong with me because I remember telling Andrew, I'm like, I feel really good during this pregnancy. And he's like, yeah, you take care of yourself. Like, of course, like you're healthy, like, of course. But I at first I had a glimpse, like this thought of like, am I doing something wrong? Or like, is everything okay? Because people tell you, you should feel nauseous. You should feel like crap. You're going to be exhausted. And I'm like, but that's not my case. Like I was dancing in my heels. Like I'm working out. I feel so good. But the stories of other people doesn't have to be your reality. And again, it's not diminishing other people's stories. That's their truth, but it doesn't have to be your truth. Are you taking on that truth and being like, well, this is what everyone else is going through, so like I have to struggle too? No, you don't. No, you don't. You know, people say like, oh, you need to spend years in therapy. I didn't do that. No, therapy was not for me. I did not have childhood trauma. I had a loving family dynamic, and I'm so grateful for that. But like, and again, it's not about, you know, people who experience that. There's nothing wrong with that, but that wasn't my story. Are you taking on other people's stories? People used to tell me, like, marriage is hard. You know, like marriage, you know, it's very hard work. But I've had conversations with Andrew, and I said, like, honestly, like, our relationship is like one of the easiest parts of my life. I was like, yes, Andrew and I work on our relationship. We communicate effectively. We have conversations. We do deep dives. We have weekly date night to keep the magic alive. Like, we do work on our relationship, but honestly, it feels so easy. But again, are you taking on other people's stories of like, but it has to be hard. It has to be challenging. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. Like, what's your truth? My truth is I feel so safe. I feel at home. We've mastered the art of communication. We've got each other's backs. We support each other so deeply. And that's my truth. So just because someone is saying, but it's supposed to be hard, or it should look like this, or you should feel this way, okay, but is that the truth for you? It doesn't have to be your truth. I thought only business coaches could create a really thriving business because, you know, I worked with a lot of mentors and, you know, business coaches over the years who are doing insane numbers and, you know, they're crushing it. And I thought, well, only business coaches can do that. And then I said, no, F that. I'm a freaking powerful human being. I'm going to make the biggest impact in the world. Like, I am going to be the mentor for helping other women conquer binge eating and become unstoppable badasses. And I've shared this, but my business is going to cross $1 million this year. So where are you, again, taking on other people's truths or like other thoughts that like aren't actually true? I built the most incredible badass community of women who are so freaking committed to growth, transformation, healing, becoming unstoppable. I want you to know that you are the creator of your own life. You get to have every single thing in this world that you desire and so much more. You get to wake up every single day to the potential that God has put in your heart and feel awake, alive, full of joy every single day. It doesn't have to be hard. What if it could be fun? What if you could have literally the time of your life on this journey of growth and healing and have it turn out so much better than you would have ever imagined? That gets to be your truth. That gets to be your reality. I had so many clients that come to me. They're like, you know, I thought it was going to be like this challenging thing. And don't get me wrong, like it's effort, it's work, absolutely. But they're like, you just make it so much more fun. And I'm having the time of my life. And I truly do feel unstoppable. So I pray that you listen to your heart, your knowing the calling that you have in your life, and you go after everything that you desire and so much more. Like, this life that we have is a gift. It's magical. You don't have to fall into the trap of like, oh, but it needs to be hard and overly complicated, or it's going to take a long time. Like, the effort is required. Of course, absolutely. Like, you need to put in the work. I'm not afraid to say that. You need to put in the work, but honestly, you're a freaking badass. You're like, bring it freaking on. I'm ready. This is important for me. Leaning into the challenges is a given. right? Like there's going to be challenges along your journey. It's a given. Being brave, bold, courageous, leaning into the fear is 100% part of the process. But when you are around other badasses who lift you up, who show you what's possible, who help you live up to the potential that you were given, man, it feels lighter. It feels easier. You have so much more fun. So much more fun. Like we have the time of our lives in our badass community, on our coaching calls, in our programs. You can listen to people around you who aren't where you want to be and take on their beliefs that like, oh, no, you can't do that. Oh, no, that's too challenging. Oh, that's too hard. Or you can join our badass community, work with me as your mentor, feel so freaking fired up, inspired, lit the heck up every single day, showing yourself what's possible and giving your heart all of your desires as you conquer binge eating. You are the creator of your own life. Don't be taking on other people's beliefs that aren't even where you want to be. Are you taking on the beliefs of other people who aren't where you want to be? Or are you taking on the beliefs of myself and other people that you look up to that are showing you what's possible? Just because it's somebody else's truth doesn't mean that it has to be your truth. Just because someone else says it needs to be hard, what if it can be really easy for you? Just because someone else says XYZ thing, like it doesn't mean that that's your truth. It doesn't have to be. Listen to your heart, your intuition. It gets to be fun. It gets to be magical. This journey of healing your relationship with food gets to be so fun and so expansive for you. You get to feel like a badass. Like, what? It doesn't have to be like this thing of like, oh my God, I'm broken. Like, no. You come into my programs, you're like, I feel unstoppable. I had a client that I worked with, again, in the academy. We did some private coaching together. And she's like, I've always felt broken. You know, like with my therapist or with other, like my nutritionist, like I always felt broken. Like I felt like there was something wrong with me. She's like, and I come to work with you. And she's like, Lorna, you just show me what's possible. Like you make me feel so good. Yeah, because you are not broken. Do you know who the heck you are? You are this incredible, amazing human being that has these incredible gifts to offer to the world. Like you're not broken. The way that I see you is like you're this light. You're a light in this world. You're not broken. Like this journey of healing your relationship with food and growth and transformation doesn't have to be a daunting, scary, challenging, hard process. Again, effort is required. Challenges are inevitable. But it also gets to feel light and fun, and you get to experience the most incredible moments of your life. You got to feel empowered as you're on this journey. Like it's all a choice. It's all a freaking choice. So you are the creator of your own life. Don't be taking on beliefs of other people who aren't where you want to be. Surround yourself with a community, my badass community. Come inside. Feel fired up, feel lit up, feel momentum every single day. Get inspired. Show yourself what's possible. And that's how you live a life that feels like magic every single day.